Welcome friends, it is I, your ScarfVloged, and it's time for the vlog. Okay, let's see here. Background, Overwatch. So, my plan is to do like 3 videos per hero, and we're gonna see if I can actually pull that. Well, 2 videos. A third one if I can think of anything good. The idea is we do 2 educational, so it's a May guide, the general May guide, then it was May versus everyone, and I have a third video I'm working on, which is a pain in the ass. But I'm working on it. It's supposed to be more of a interesting kind of video, more of a fun video. Next guide coming up is going to be the options guide, and then me and Jinx have a funny idea, and I got to organize for that one. And the next hero is going to be Reinhardt. So there's going to be a Reinhardt, how to play Reinhardt video. There's going to be Reinhardt versus every hero video, and there's going to be a special Reinhardt video I want to make, which should be really fun if I do it right. For the funny video that me and Jinx want to do, it requires 6 players. And so I gotta organize that. If Jinx is around, then it will only need 4 more people. I'm gonna try to organize it with the Discord people first. If I can't do that, well, maybe I'll just stream like, okay, can I get enough people for this thing? It doesn't require too much work, I just need bodies for it. Just make life a lot easier to do it. And it could be pretty awesome what it is. I think it'd be hilarious and I really want to do it, but I need more people to do it is the problem. So we'll see if we can organize people for that one. But, yeah, options guide is going to be Tuesday. I have this idea for a May video I want to do, so that'll come out some point in the future. This funny video idea that Jinx has, we're going to try to do. I just need 6 people, like I said. And then we're going to go back and do Reinhardt, and that should be a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do after Reinhardt. I haven't decided yet. But Reinhardt is the next video for guides to do after the options guide. Yeah. As far as Overwatch goes, you see we're just playing Overwatch a lot like we used to do with Smite. And we're going to be doing this for a while just because we like Overwatch a lot. At some point, me and Jinx are going to do Ranked, so we can just get that out of the way. Now, my criticism of Ranked is just I'm not a big fan of the sudden death, but besides that is the way they incentivize people playing Ranked is the gold weapons. And the problem with that is we're going to have some really bad players going into Ranked who are doing it only for the gold weapons. And that is a flaw. The reason why it is a flaw is because, well, they're playing for the gold weapons. They don't care if they're going to be really good or really bad. They're just going to play for that. And for me, Ranked is a place where pride is what you play for. You play to see how good you are, to see if you can be one of the best. That's why you play Ranked, not for gold weapons. So, incentivizing Ranked bothers me a little bit. But we'll see how that goes, I suppose. Coming up, I've got a lot of one-shots I need to work on. One-shots are going to be bonus videos right now. We have some LPs we really want to do, so they're going to be more in the forefront. So the one-shots are on me. When I get them done, I'll put them out. And I've got a few one-shots I need to do. We got gifted Honeycam. I'm going to blind shot that at some point in the next couple weeks. We have Fury, and I'm going to see, that game just came out, F-U-R-I, and I'm going to see if I like that game or not. I saw that Jesse Cox really didn't like it, so I'm curious I'm going to like it then. It's a boss fighting game, and I like boss fighting games, but he felt it was too unforgiving, so I'll see how I feel about it. And if I like it, there will be a one-shot on that. There's an early access game that I got, that I got to look at, see if I want to do a one-shot on. And there's another, like, some sort of platform puzzler game that I got that just came out as well, and do a one-shot on that. So, a lot of recent games I got some copies of from the indie devs, and so I'm going to see which ones I want to cover, which ones I don't, and stuff like that. So those will come up, but they'll come up as bonus whenever I have time to do them. Of course, we have the Final Fantasies coming out every Sunday and Wednesday, and that's for Jinx, because that's her favorite game. So if you're having fun with that, those are going to, of course, keep coming out every week. It was pretty fun doing that one. FF10 is a curious game. The LP coming up. So, Dark Souls, let's talk about this. Dark Souls 3, we're done. We just finished. There are 21 giveaways altogether when it comes to Dark Souls 3. We died 299 times. Add that all together, that hits 300, because we're going to count the 300th for a 300th death, even though there wasn't one. So we can give away. So we're going to give away Dark Souls 2 for the 200th death. We're going to give away Dark Souls 3 for the 300th death, even though it didn't happen from the final episode. And we're also got to give away, well, for every 20 deaths. So we got to give away all those copies. So 15 games right there. And then for every boss I beat on the first try. I beat 6 bosses on the first try. I beat Gundyr. I beat the Boreal Dancer. I beat Volnar, the big skeleton guy on the first try. I beat Auxiliary, the Dragon King guy, the Consumed King. I beat him on the first try. There's 2 more. I beat the Deacons of the Deep on the first try, and there's 1 more. Yorm. I beat Yorm with Sigvard on the first try. So that's 6 games right there. So we have 21 games to give away. And we're not going to give away, of course, Dark Souls 3 until after a week has gone by. So after a week gone by, organize all this, find the 21 winners, and get in contact with them, then give them their games. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of indie games, but then there's going to be a Dark Souls 2 giveaway and a Dark Souls 3 giveaway. But I think I have a couple big games I could give away as well. So we'll see what I give away to all these people. But yeah, there's all these giveaways coming up for that. The next LP is pretty awesome. It should be out pretty soon, and oh, it's awesome. It is great. And then there's going to be another LP, and that's also awesome. And the thing about these games is I'm really hype. In the next 2 LPs, I'm very hype in both of them. That's why One Shot's getting pushed back, because we're doing 2 LPs again. And oh my god, it's so much fun. Both these games are really fun. If you don't own them, like, maybe this will convince you to, unless this is just not your type of game, I guess. But these are really fun games. I really like them a lot. And the LP coming up in the future, around my birthday, because it comes out 2 days before my birthday, is going to be Mankind Divided. We are going to cover Mankind Divided, but that is going to be a different kind of LP. Like Dark Souls 3, I was very crazy, a lot of fun on that one. The next 2 LPs, a lot of craziness, a lot of fun with those. The Mankind Divided is going to be different though, because Deus Ex is a bit more of a muted game, because you can do stealth or you can do combat. You have a lot of different options how you do things, and the way I played Human Revolution was very stealthy. I was a very stealthy person, but also very brutal. If I ended up not getting through it, I just murdered everything on my way, which is unsurprisingly my Hitman way of doing things as well. So we'll see how that LP goes. But Deus Ex is a very good series. I really enjoy those games. I like how there's so many different ways to do things, and just all the different kind of upgrades you can do. It's a very fun series, and I can't wait to play Mankind Divided. I am just curious how it's going to match up and connect with Deus Ex, though. Really curious about that. I think that's everything with the channel. Oh, to mention is Patreon. We got to get back on that horse. Got to get back up and eat that horse. I think I got to get back into the mood of just doing stuff with that. So I think probably do monthly practices again on there. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Just do some practices. I think the first one I'm going to do is just me practicing my old voices. Just return to that. And I think I'm going to try to work on the Broforce voice. I love that voice. So I'm going to probably have a video of that sometime soon for this month for Patreon as a reward for, the patrons on Patreon. And I think from there I'm gonna request from the patrons what they want to see me try to do as far as voices go in the future, and I'll do that for the next month and go on with that. I'm debating AMAs, like do I want to do stuff like that or not? Well, at some point you want to do that. The question is, do I want to make that a Patreon thing or do I want to make that a general thing? I figure the first one should be everybody. It should be, okay, everyone, just AMA time, there you go, here's your chance. And then maybe after that, just make it a Patreon AMA thing. I don't know. I'm considering. I think it's important to reward your loyal fans or viewers, whatever word you want to use. There's viewers, there's fans, there's people who just casually watch, whatever the hell. There's a lot of different names you can give to people who watch us. Some people prefer to be called fans. Some people prefer to be called viewers. It's a weird thing. It's like, I don't know which one I should say. So usually viewers is the more neutral one to do. But some people will take offense to viewer because they feel like, well, I'm a fan. And some people take offense to fan because, like, well, I'm just a viewer. And it's like, you know what? Damn it. That's all I got. Like, come on. But, we'll go with viewers because viewers is neutral. And so I figured, in general for the first one like that. Like, okay, everybody, AMA. I'm just wondering if I want to make that another access thing for being a patron. Like, if I want to do that or not. Like, Patreon is, it's a new thing. It's been around for, like, 2 years, I think? Or a year and a half? It's people supporting you, and that's great. And you can give back. You don't want to give back too much, because then you're giving too much to the people who are giving you money, and not enough to just everyone in general. Am I wording this correctly at all? Probably not. Like, there's people willing to support you a little bit, and that's awesome. And you feel like you should give them a little bit more. Not restricting it from everyone else, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna word this. Not how I'm wording it right now. Like, I don't want anything exactly to be behind a paywall where it's like only patrons get these things, but like you give patrons a bonus thing. I don't know. Maybe it should only be early access to patrons. Like, patrons get early access to things and then everyone else gets them. Maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe that's how I should be doing it, is hey patrons, you get to see this thing like a week or 2 weeks early or a month early, and there you go. Though the experimental stuff, maybe that should be only Patreon, where it's just me doing my practice, so only they see that, because, like, if you're here just for Overwatch, or if you're here just for one of the LPs or the one-shots or whatever, you don't care about me practicing voices, do you? Like, if you're just there for those things, you're not even watching this vlog, probably. The people who watch these vlogs are usually the ones who just really actually either are watching the Overwatch footage or whatever's in the background, or actually care about my opinion on whatever reason. And so, it's usually you guys and gals, the ones who are listening right now, like, you guys care. I don't know. I don't know how I'm putting this, but bonus stuff, like just things that, like, practice and stuff like that, that might be fine to be behind a paywall on Patreon, because that's just me practicing. That's me practicing to a degree that probably isn't that as... It's going to be entertaining, because it's a thing, but probably not as entertaining as, of course, our good stuff. So that's why it's practice stuff. And that's why maybe that's fine to put behind the paywall on Patreon, where only patrons can see that. Now, if I did early access stuff, maybe I'll do that too. We're like, okay, you guys get to see this a little early, and then it goes up on the channel, or something like that. Well, you're going to see it through channel owner. Basically, it'll be set to unlisted, then I give a link. Patrons can see it first, and then I would set it to public. That's how that would work. Because you can't set the private, obviously. But, set to unlisted, patrons can see it first as early access, and then I set it to public, like, a day or so later. That's essentially what the early access would be. And that's really all it is. Like, if you want to see something sooner, you can. That's really what the practice would be. Like, let me put it this way. A lot of things get preloaded, meaning that at the start of the week, everything gets uploaded for the rest of the week. If I worded that correctly. This is what Jinx does. Jinx edits everything, and she uploads it all on the weekend. And it's all there. That way we have it ahead of time, because just in case of copyright, or just in case something goes wrong, we can, well, if something happened, something went wrong, we can just replace it. Instead of something happening that day, because we uploaded it that day, then it's late and stuff. So that's why everything's done a little bit ahead of time. So by having it all ahead of time, we could just set it to everything being unlisted, give it to the patrons, and they can see it all ahead of time whenever they want, and then it all goes public later on. That's a thing we could do. That's just a thing we could do if we really wanted to make it that way. I don't know if that'd be worthwhile to do it, because that is a little bit of extra work to even do. I don't know. I really don't. But it's just spitballing that one right there is a thing we could do. Just a thing we could do. Just stuff like that. And like when Jinx draws stuff, she can put her early sketches on Patreon as well. That's a thing. Just whatever projects we do, we can put the early stuff so patrons can see us as we're working on things or practicing things, as they're making their way towards being a final product. That can be a thing for patrons in Patreon. I don't know if I'm wording any of this correctly. I've been interrupted 4 times while trying to do this vlog because family just keeps bugging me. Oh my god. Let's just end it there for the Patreon. Okay, so other thing, Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go came out for some people this week. I've been playing it since Thursday or Wednesday, and I've caught like a bajillion Pokemon. And oh my god, this is the way to get exercise. Holy crap, I've been walking so many miles catching Pokemon. Oh man, I've been active. I got up this morning and walked for 3 hours and just caught a bunch of Pokemon. Like, holy crap, I've been walking a lot. Like, that's good. That's good. Get people out there a little bit. Just don't get hit. Someone's already died playing Pokemon Go, unfortunately. Someone walked off a bridge. It's very unfortunate. Don't do that. Pay attention to things. Don't Pokemon and drive, by the way. People have done that, and the fact there hasn't been more accidents is kind of crazy. I'm surprised at that, because there's people taking a bad risk doing that. I've almost actually done that before. I'm like, oh, just look at my phone. Wait a sec, I'm driving. But, it's a fun thing. It's a fun little game thing. It's nothing to take too seriously, but you want to catch them all. You want to catch them all. So it's fun. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Just gonna touch on this for a moment, and that is, if you're an American, a lot of shitty stuff's happening right now. There's more shootings and everything. We're just gonna touch on it. I'm not gonna talk about it too deeply, but it is, of course, very effed up. And there's a lot of effed up opinions on a lot of stupid things, and there's a lot of stuff, and I've come to the realization, I think I agree with Jesse Cox. No surprise. I'm a big fan of Jesse Cox. He's my #1 favorite YouTuber. Or #2, depending, because Total Biscuit's also my favorite. They're like even with each other at 1 and 2 for me. They're my favorite YouTubers in the world. They're very great. Jesse Cox is very entertaining. Total Biscuit is very good as an authority when it comes to just consumerism and stuff like that, just looking out for the little guy. Like, I like him a lot for that. So they're both great role models to me, which is, it explains the channel how it is. But I agree with Jesse Cox in that it's best, like the way he puts it is he just puts out his opinion and just walks away. He will not debate it with people. That's his opinion, and he just walks away. And so I'll give you my opinion. I'm not going to debate it because, well, it just isn't worthwhile on the internet sometimes, really, to debate. I'm not Notch. Notch is amazing when it comes to that stuff, but not going into a tangent on Notch, but it really sucks. People are dying. Like, any death, really. But all the shootings, obviously, that, goddamn it, just shit. It's very unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate. And there's so much freaking ignorance coming around on this. It's very, very frustrating and pisses me off. People getting shot and stupid people saying, like, well, the cops are just shooting criminals. Let me tell you about the newest one. This guy is a law-abiding citizen. He works at a cafeteria. He's just a man trying to live. He has a concealed weapon. He has a permit for it. He is living legally. He is doing the right thing at all times. Gets pulled over for a broken tail light. He tells the cop, I have a concealed weapon. I have a permit. I'm going to get my wallet. Not going for my gun. He's going for the wallet. Cop freaks out and shoots him 4 times. Holy crap. You get to see the aftermath online because it was being live streamed. Not the whole thing, but the aftermath was live streamed. The woman is scared for her life. Everyone's like, why is she so calm? Oh, because if she freaks out, she's going to get shot too. That's why she's so calm. Because this is happening too damn often. And dude freaking, you see the blood, the dude's dead. Like, holy crap. You hear the cop just freaking out in the background. And it's just, well, shit. That man was not a criminal. That was a law-abiding citizen who got shot trying to do the right thing. If you watched just certain medias, they're like, look, all a black man's got to do is goes like, put his hands up, just like, look, I have a gun, just letting you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. If you watched like, what's it called, Last Week Tonight, they had a whole video on the whole thing. It was like Hannity from Fox News. It's like when a cop pulls me over, I tell him I have a concealed weapon, I do all this and that, it's like blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's kind of because you're a white man, and this just proved it, which is very unfortunate. Black dude tried to do it, he got shot. Very, very frustrating. And then Dallas happens. And what is absolutely frustrating about that is that Dallas was peaceful. Cops were taking pictures with protesters, there was a lot of peaceful with it, a lot of just, it's still a protest, but it was very peaceful, and people were being friendly. Cops were being friendly with the protesters. They're taking pictures together. It's very nice. Nothing really bad. Some protests can go really ugly. I've seen quite a few. But this one went really well, is what everyone was saying. And then shots got fired, and everyone was scared. Like, Black Lives Matter people were hiding. Like, they're like, holy crap, are we getting shot at? They didn't realize it was the cops getting shot at. And cops got sniped. 5 cops gone. For no good reason. Because, the sniper was angry about what happened, about the shootings. Eye for an eye makes us all blind, is the saying. And it's just true. Killing people who have nothing to do with what happened over there. Like, Minnesota's where that shooting happened. Killing people in Dallas has nothing to do with Minnesota. It does nothing to that. It doesn't do anything. It just makes things worse. Because now there are 5 people gone. One of the cops just got married 2 weeks ago, and he's dead. One of the cops had a daughter, like she's like a year old, and she'll never know him. That sucks. Revenge is very much glorified, but it's usually supposed to be revenge towards the actual person who actually did the things. What good is taking revenge on someone who has nothing to do with it? What good is there to take it out on innocents? There's no good for that. And there's people happy that the cops got killed. There's people happy that these guys got killed by cops because they're criminals. And it's messed up, and we all know it's messed up. Maybe it's not really a thing in Europe, or in Asia, or in Mexico, or in Canada, but in America, this shit happens all too often. And it's all too common. And we're all getting used to it, and that's the scariest thing. We're getting used to this. And that is scary. But then the ignorance that came out of it, like that former congressman who was like, America's coming back. We're going to take back America, Obama. It's like, holy shit, that's scary. It's scary that people actually think that stuff. We don't need a race war. We should never have a race war. There will never be a race war because we're not stupid enough as people to do it. But there are people stupid enough to think we are. And that is scary and stupid and frustrating. I just want to touch on that a little bit. And we should all, like, if you feel something over it, you feel something over it. Whether you feel anger, or you feel sadness, hatred, all these other feelings, whatever. I'd rather you not feel hatred. I'd rather you not feel anything that makes you want to take out your anger out on another person, if you feel that. And if you're feeling despair or depression, I'd rather you not feel that either. We should feel sadness over this situation happening. We should feel regret that people are dying. But we need to live our lives, and we need to set a good example for ourselves and for those around us, and hopefully we can impact something in some way. We'll never know what impact we truly have on anyone. But it's better to have a good role model example than to do what has happened here. These people taking lives. Of course, that's not a good thing. Us as entertainers, me and Jinx, living our lives as we live them, entertaining the way we entertain, we have saved people. And we don't know how many we have saved that haven't told us. I don't know how many people maybe I've made things worse for. You never know. You don't know how you've done things well, better for people, and worse for people. But I feel it's important to try to be good, and to try to do well, and try to be helpful. And that's me. And I will push that on you guys a little bit by saying that right now, like I just said. You don't have to be. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. I'm just saying I'd like it if you did. That's it. That's all I'm saying. We're all in this damn thing together. Sometimes we are a little selfish. Sometimes we have to be selfish, but not always. And I'd really love it if we weren't shooting the shit out of each other. And I don't know what the hell we could even do. We can't even, like, ban guns? What'll that do exactly? Like, it'll help in some ways, but it'll also just not help in other ways. I don't even know how you could even do it. This country loves hunting. Like, there's a lot of hunters out there. There's a lot of weapons they don't need to have for hunting either, but they have them. I have a lot of military family. I have a lot of family that are cops now, because they're ex-military, now they're cops. And saying that the last thing is Black Lives Matter, yes. Blue Lives Matter, yes. All lives matter, yes. But right now it's the black lives that are at risk. And apparently now blue lives are at risk, and I hope to God no on either of those. Like, there should be no lives at risk. All lives matter is a nice thing to say, but it also shows ignorance. Because yes, all lives do matter, but they're not the ones being threatened. It is the black lives that are being threatened. And right now, I'm worried that it might be even blue lives threatened. Although people hating cops has always been a thing, it's like hating your parents at times. Difference is your parents are going to kill you. The cops do need better training. They need to not go the gun first. That is really not good. But there are good cops out there, and some of them are dead now. But there are good cops out there, there's bad cops out there, there's good and bad to everything. There needs to be more done for cops for sure, as far as their training goes, and probably just having more cops, so we have less cops that are just doing too much stuff and getting too much attention and just, oh my god, this shit happens. It's a big broken system, unfortunately. That's enough talking there. Hopefully nothing else bad happens? The next heavy vlog should be in August. The next couple of vlogs before that should be more lighter, more happier. Chad's coming at some point, by the way. But, the next heavy one will be in August. My birthday will be on the 25th. I don't know what day that is, as far as I'm going to have to just look at my calendar right now. The 25th is a Thursday. Okay, so the 27th vlog, that will be a heavy subject, because it's going to be after my birthday, and I know damn well I'm going to be depressed after that point. So I feel like that'll be a good time to do a depression vlog, talking about depression, talking about anxiety, and just trying to just be helpful in that way. Just talking about where I'm coming from, so any of you who are in that place, maybe it'll help you out. That's what I feel is the right time to do it, right then and there, so that vlog's coming up. So if you don't want to learn a lot about me and depression and all that stuff, that's the one to skip. If you want to learn all that stuff, that's the one to see. There you go with that. That's it for the vlog. Everyone just have a good day. Everyone have a good day. Have fun playing Pokemon if you want to play that. Have fun doing whatever. Overwatch, of course, tonight. If the vlog comes out tonight. What's it called Sunday? Pokemon Nuzlocke Sunday. We're doing Fire Red. That should be a lot of fun. And yeah, just have fun, everybody. Just always have fun. Because there's plenty of heavy times where we could use a lot more fun. So, thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening to the vlog and everything. I had fun talking. I hope you had fun watching and listening. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by. And See you next time.